After a week of headlines, the footy finally took centre stage at Magic Round, except for the final few moments in the Raiders' gutsy win over the Storm.
Oh, it has been a fabulous weekend of rugby league here at Suncorp Stadium and Magic Round. We have saved the match of the round for our final game. It's the Storm and the Raiders. Farlongo put away by Meany. Down the sideline again. Chance 2-on-1. Puts a kick in. Thousand. Absolutely brilliant rugby league. Tackles up their sleeve. They come back to the right. Weeks Timacor against Anderson. He's so hard to stop. Matthew Timacor. He plants it down. And it's game on here in Suncorp. Liero working over on the ground. Terms there with Joe Tarpany, who discusses things. In the meantime, while they argued the toss, Ryan Pappenhausen kicks a field goal from right in front. The referee, though, has his hands in the air.
Time off, Trent. He's tackled, uses the elbow. He's on report, and it's a penalty.
Trent Liero penalised for an elbow to the face of Joe Tarpany, taking off the field goal. Nicholson for Weeks. Runs towards Pappenhausen. Here's a chase. Weeks over the top. Wants a bounce. And gets one straight from room service.
Oh, my goodness. Don't you just love rugby league, Warren?
Come to Uto Ikamanu. They're right in front. Slow play the ball. They won't get to the play the ball.
He's fighting in the tackle, which is fair enough, but I'm sending him back to play the ball, and then he carries on with that. You go.
Oh.
He runs in and joins it when he doesn't need to. Go.
It is 12 on 12. They come to the left-hand side instead. Young driving hard. That's a penalty. High contacts. And it's Trent Liero again. Fogarty from right in front. Flags in the air. And Canberra win it in Golden Point.
That was the turning point, thanks to Ashley and Martin Medical Hair Centre's a controversial finish to the final game. Did anyone have a problem with those defining calls at the end of the game?
Yeah, I did. I thought it was completely puzzling, and you could nearly say that Jared Sutton struggled to hold on to the game. The Hudson Young tackle near the touchline, he was penalised for it. It was the most outrageous decision you'll ever see. It wasn't a penalty. Then he said, oh, no, we'll go back and we'll do the late tackle. You know, was it the play before, whatever it was. And even the Utoi Kamanu penalty at the end, I had my doubts whether that was a penalty. I didn't know that he'd been clearly told early in the game that he was on a warning.
I thought he lost control of the referee because he got this wrong. He was visibly shaken by it. You could tell, and he was thinking, what do I do? So he went back and gave this penalty just because he got that one wrong. And then it was the next play after he got it wrong where Utoi Kamanu hits it up here. You know, Starling gets caught in the ruck here and he's trying to play the ball. I still don't know what the penalty is against Utoi Kamanu for. Of course, then there's a melee which Hudson Young starts, but then Papali'i got 10 minutes in the bin, not Hudson Young. And then Utoi Kamanu gets 10 minutes in the bin.
Stefano, I haven't seen this footage, Braith. I was obviously there at the game. But
signing autographs.
Stefano hasn't done anything there.
No.
Like, I don't know what...
He's trying to play the ball.
Well, no, he didn't. Cause Starling won't get out from underneath him, Buzz. Like, I don't know what he's supposed to do.
But it was for the way he moved his leg in a sort of kicking action. It was nothing. I agree with you, but that's what he was... I could hear Jared Sutton say that.
Sutton was
check with the bunker.
flustered. He was flustered.
Yeah, but the bunker should have looked at that and realised that wasn't a penalty, in my opinion.
Did two players deserve to be 10 in the bin here either?
Well, Stefano didn't do anything.
Well, Jared Sutton kept saying, you could hear the referee's mic, that I warned you in the first half, any more of this crap, and I'm going to sit someone down.
Yeah.
And he's kept his promise, but...
Yeah, but good. My point is, what's he done there? Like, he didn't start the melee. He actually hasn't got engaged in the melee. He's just stood there and been attacked.
Have another look, Rudy. See
he throws an elbow.
See his leg here.
And then he tries to...
See?
Oh, come on, man.
I know it's nothing. No. I know it's nothing.
But it all depends whether he's warning and he's trying to get control back of the game. We said that he lost control of the game And how do you lose control of the game?
By
When
making
players
it-
keep on breaking the rules.
He lost control by making a stupid decision. He made a mistake.
Yeah, I don't think there were
Listen,
no rules
let's
broken
get something
there,
straight. The referees, and this is not
They were
putting
really
it down. They were enormous. Abdo comes on the show, tells us he's going to do something. He did it. That was a hugely successful weekend. It was a shame at the end. I'm on the plane watching this. We just got off air, and I'm thinking, why? You know, just why?
but
Just a
hold on,
moment
mate.
of madness at the end.
I honestly think you might be going a little bit hard.
But you just agree with me.
No, well, I agree with you that he was close to losing, and I wouldn't have
So
given a
close to losing
penalty.
it now.
But what I
You said he lost it before. Now he's close to losing it.
Well, I didn't say lost it. If you want to rewind, I
Well, we
said
can't,
close
but
to
I'd love
lost it.
to. Yeah.
But we had 8 games of rugby league up there, and if we're going to pick 5 minutes in the last game, I saw so much great football, so many tight finishes. I think we've been a little bit harsh, as much as I disagreed.
Yeah.
And even in that game with the tries I spoke about, the Weeks try, the Pappenhausen try, and with the NRL, and I'm, as you know, I don't do their PR,
know
but
that.
Andrew Abdo was sitting here last week, and I think the players in the NRL came and met halfway this week.
Yep.
The players took ownership, and round 8, 62 high tackle penalties. Round 9 over the weekend, 37. So it was a combined effort from both the players and the referees over the weekend.
Can I give Craig some credit, actually? Because he came into the press conference
his
after
response
that,
was
and
first
he
class.
could have lost the plot.
Yeah.
And he controlled himself, he refused to blame the match officials, and he deserves immense credit
He
for that.
blamed
And
his players.
And you know what?
And Stefano
Yeah.
owned up as well and said, I had a warning, I need to be better in that situation. So they deserve a lot of credit for the way they handled it.
No one saw this last night. We found this morning. Liero and Utoi Kamano copying a spray from Craig Bellamy after the match. He was, look at him, he's not happy. And that decision I said around Utoi Kamano, it's not to say that Melbourne didn't completely crumble. The players made the mistakes. Like Liero twice got it wrong.
I reckon it
He
was
got
more
wrong.
than twice, Braith. I reckon in the entire game there were 4 cheap shots or acts of ill-discipline, but it, I think, cost them as much as Jared Sutton did.
I was
at the
just looking at that one incident and I didn't agree with it. But the rest of it I was okay with.
And, they were
And Craig Bellamy, the one that lives and dies by the results, had a problem with it, and he had a problem with his players.
Yep.
And if I was Liero, we're getting a great opportunity, and I just go that little bit further, even though I didn't do anything that bad. But if I jam my elbow in his head, there's a chance that he's going to call it back.
And the other issue is, as far as Craig was concerned, they were 14-0 up in that game. And it's happened a couple of times this year where they've gone to big leads, they've seemingly cruised them, it's been so easy, and then they've just lost their way. And it happened again the other night, and I think that's what concerns Craig at the moment, rather than the officiating.